We have a good one today. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is your boy Azakar doing what I always do. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe, man. You know the business. You know the business. HBO. Help a brother out. Get that cash after that PayPal. You know, it's always good to do a good deed. That's what I was told. Because if you're good at something, never do it for free. I just had to take that from the Batman movie. Don't get mad at me, y'all. Don't get mad at me, y'all. But hey, like, share, subscribe once again. And hit that bell right there. Hit that bell. You'll be left in that loop. Every time your boy drop that flame, I drop that lava. You hear me? I bring it straight to your device. In the morning, afternoons, evenings, it doesn't matter. I'm going to bring you that smoke set. What you want? You want 7? You want 14? I got that. I'm finna bring a straight loud sack straight to your device. So once again, I have to remind you, like, share. Hey, you know what? You can dislike it too. Leave me some comments on the video. You know what I'm saying? I like to bring good content to the table. And I'm all over the place. I just don't stick with one thing. Anybody who know my channel, I be on everything. Movies, video games, all that. But today, we have a real good topic to put on the grill, to put in the air fryer, to put in the oven at 450 degrees. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and cook.
Christ is the original man of a whole new world. And that world starts in this way. In the beginning was the Word. And the Word was with God. And the Word was God. And the Word became flesh. And the flesh dwelled among men. And the light shined in the darkness, but the darkness comprehended it not. And he came unto his own, but his own received him not. Now what does all this mean? Because I know we can quote it, we know it, but understanding, we don't quite have it. In the beginning, when was the beginning? What beginning? Well, you could say in the beginning. See, we don't know time, when time started, because time can only be measured by relative things in their relative motion one to another. If I move my hand from here to here, from here to here, if you can measure that, you can measure time.
That's right. Yes, sir.
Well, if there was nobody here but God,
come on. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
then we don't know when the beginning was.
That's right. That's right. Yes, sir.
Because he was alone.
Yes.
But in the beginning was the Word. What Word? See, listen. He wanted the perfection of what he created.
Yes.
In the Quran it says, you can look at the universe, see if you can see any crookedness in it. And it says your eyes will come back tired, fatigued, because you can't find any crookedness in the creation. Yet the creation is not perfect. That's why he created the earth, but there's a wobble in the earth's motion.
Yes.
It's not a perfect motion. It's created, and it has a pole coming through it that's imaginary, that's 23 degrees 30 minutes to the plane of its orbit.
Yes, yes.
So the earth makes 4 turns or dips, which give you your seasons, but it's oblong.
Yes, that's right.
It's not perfectly round.
Yes, sir.
So your head is like the earth, oblong.
Yes.
So if we were to take your head off, God forbid, and roll your head would not roll in a perfect circle because it's oblong. And if you notice, there's nothing perfectly round in all of creation.
Yes, that's right.
You understand? So if your tire on your car is not perfectly round, they have to put weights on it to balance it, lest you don't have a smooth ride. Where you sitting or standing on a planet that's moving at the speed of 1,037 1/3 miles per hour, and you don't feel a bump. You know what I mean? Because the planet is balanced by the mountains.
Yes. Teach your people.
Allah says he raised mountains in the earth lest the earth would convulse,
That's right.
shake, and carry you away. But Allah balanced the earth with mountains. Oh, this is a mighty God.
Our changing planet leading up to Earth Day. So this Thursday, in a new CBS News poll, 56% of Americans say climate change is urgent and should be addressed right now. Rising sea levels are among the most visible effects of climate change. With water covering more than 70% of the Earth's surface, it's key to our survival. So Mark Phillips volunteered to go out to sea in that very snazzy outfit to report on how this force of nature affects us all.
Let's start with a confession. This may be the most self-indulgent report I've ever done, but it's in a good cause. They said they wanted to focus this series on the climate change crisis in a way that people can relate to. They said, let's look at specific ways in which lives are being affected. Let's look at what's happening, for example, with water. So I said, water? I know where to find some. Once this was a world of wind and water and sun. Now we call them renewables. Offshore wind farms, solar power arrays. But this is actually a good place to start a series on climate change because the effects are often felt out here first, and what happens here affects everywhere else. We all know that global warming is raising sea temperatures and thawing the ice caps in the North and South Polar regions. And we know that as chunks of glaciers and ice sheets break off and float away, they melt, causing sea levels around the world to rise. How much is the sea level rising? We know that too. According to NASA, sea levels are up since the year 1900 about 8 inches. And we also know that the rate the waters are rising is speeding up. Remember when Hurricane Sandy hit New York City in 2012? Get used to it. Severe storm flooding used to be considered a once every 500-year event. Now it's once every 25 years. And within the next 3 decades, the National Academy of Science predicts it may happen once every 5 years.
Now that is crucial, vital. Man, I'm talking about. I mean, I think people not even really thinking about the magnitude of what dude just said. 1900s, what they say, like every, what was it, so many hundreds of years, then it went to like 25, now probably 5. Hey, and we've been getting some floods. I know it what I'm standing on right now, man. We've been getting some floods that's off the chain too. You know what I'm saying? Hey, boy, we need to get edified quick. I mean, dude. I'm going to leave a link in the description box on this too, man. Copyright disclaimer, all that. I'm going to leave a link in the description box on this. NASA predicts a wobble in the moon's orbit may lead to a record flooding on Earth. I mean, damn. I mean, Noah's Ark like a motherfucker, you feel me? I mean, dude, we experienced the flood. What was that, y'all? If y'all in Nashville, Tennessee, when did we experience that flood? What was that, in 12? No. It was 2000 and, was it 2009? I think it was 2009. We had that flood, wasn't it? Man, that thing was off chain. We got off work. I remember doing inventory. And my sisters, I wonder what my sisters was calling me. They calling me about 20 something times, right? You know, I'm like checking my phone, like, what the hell going on? Somebody passed away or what? I'm getting texts, are you okay? I'm like, yeah, why wouldn't I be okay, you know? These motherfuckers at the job and cut off the TV. It's Nashville flooded. That motherfucker up under the water down there. And our asses in Murfreesboro counting some goddamn boxes and some damn metal parts and shit. Some wheels and carts and shit. We up there counting that shit, inventory. Ain't that some shit? But every coast in the U.S. is facing rapidly increased high tide floods thanks to the wobble in the moon's orbit, working in tandem with the climate change, fuel rising sea levels. God is doing his thing. You hear me? He is doing his thing, and there's nothing we can do about it. But we were promised fire. We don't want the flood, but I don't want that fire neither. I don't want that fire neither, man. Goodness gracious. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. A new study from NASA and the University of Hawaii, published recently in the Journal of National Climate Change, warns the upcoming changes in the moon's orbit could lead in record flooding on Earth in the next decade. Okay. Through mapping the National Oceanic and the Atmospheric Administration sea level rises scenarios, flooding three thresholds and economical cycles, researchers found flooding in American coastal cities could be multiple worse in the 2030s when the next moon wobble is expected to begin. Boy! They expect the flooding to significantly damage infrastructure and displace communities. Do y'all hear what the fuck motherfuckers displace communities? Homes? Apartments? Houses? This is crucial, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, man. HBO on this one, man. This is crazy as hell. Hey, I'm gonna leave a link in the description box, man. This shit right here is scaring the fuck out of me. Cause it ain't nothing we can do about it. Ain't nothing we can do about it. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. You be left in that loop. Peace. In a bottle of high grade PayPal.